it's time for another episode of Guitar for Grace. Lesson 4. So the objectives for this lesson, we will learn how to chart a song. We will learn how to read lead sheets. We will discuss exercises to learn the notes on our fretboard. We'll build a major scale using the notes out of the chromatic scale. And we'll have a song tutorial that will add D major, E major, A major, and B7 to your chord repertoire. So I can't wait to dive into it with you today. Are you ready? Let's go.
Okay, before we get started, a quick word on practice. We both know, without practice, it won't happen, that our success on guitar is directly proportional to the time we spend with it. So I wanted to give a hypothetical illustration to show how it's possible. Let's say there are 24 hours in a day and 7 days in a week. That would be 168 hours every week. Let's suppose we spend half of that sleeping, eating, taking care of personal hygiene. Now I know that's generous. None of us get more than 8 or 10 hours of sleep a night. Impossible. But let's be generous just for the sake of example here. So if you take 168, divide it in half, you've got 84 hours left. Let's say you spend 60 hours a week working and driving and running errands. I know sometimes more, sometimes less, but let's say an average of 60 hours a week on work, driving, and running errands. That leaves 24 hours left. Now, I know there's childcare in between and cooking supper. We don't expect you to devote all of those leisure hours to guitar. But let's say 24 hours left in the week for your personal time to play on the internet or shop around on Amazon or watch Netflix movies or read your favorite book or study a topic you might like guitar. So 24 divided by 7 is approximately 3 hours, 25 minutes, and 43 seconds. Let's suppose you have, say, 3.5 hours a day. Or round down. Let's say you have 3 hours a day to do with what you want. I would only ask that you give 1 hour a week, not a day, 1 hour a week. Let's divide 1 hour, 60 minutes, into 4 pieces. Well, that's only 15 minutes. So let's say out of that 3 hours a day, you could spend maybe 4 of those days, you could give 15 minutes to guitar. Now, 15 minutes can be overwhelming at first, but let's break that down into 3 sessions. And let's say we spend 5 minutes working with the metronome, switching back and forth from G to C to G to D. Work on that with the metronome for 5 minutes. You're a third of the way there. Then when you come back, you can work on playing along with your chord chart. And then when you come back, you can practice on new chords that you aren't using yet. And so if you do that 3 5-minute sessions, well, then you've put your 15 minutes in. And if you did that for 4 days out of the week, well, then you've spent an entire hour practicing guitar, and your results and improvements will be exponential. It'll be so encouraging. You'll love it. So let's go on to reading a chart.